Good evening, everybody. Hold on one second. I'm trying to figure something out here. It's the weirdest thing. It says I'm live, but I'm not live. And I'm trying to figure out if what's going on. Let me see if that's what's going on here. Click on this one. Oh, there I am. All right. All right, it's moving around. Hey, welcome. Let's start over. So, good evening. It's January 23rd, 2026. Trying a few different things. Hopefully you can hear me right now. Let's test that out. Let me turn up my volume here and see if I can hear myself. I don't hear myself. Oh, because I got the little thing. Hey, there I am. Let's turn that back off. All right. So I had once again did some stuff, got it all set up, then hit a button and it asked me to do something for some reason and it totally messed me up. So I'm trying to figure out what's going on here so I can better see how things are going. But again, welcome. It's 1/23/2026, and I'll tell you what, if you haven't been out there yet, you are missing out. If you have not been out on the trails in northern Michigan, you're missing out. There's snow everywhere. I rode last weekend, so let me just start with I flew out of Norfolk, Virginia, Thursday morning, or Thursday afternoon. Sorry, Thursday afternoon. I flew out of Norfolk, Virginia, flew into Detroit, left Detroit, got to Pellston, got there, got my stuff together that night, and the next morning hit the trails. Rode, did the Indian River Loop, went around Petoskey Loop, and just wanted to check it out overall. It was really slick. So the beginning of the weekend, it was really icy in some corners. It was kind of and if you saw my live streams, I was talking to, letting people know when you get in the corners, you would see a little bit of grayish. You'd see that ice. So it was definitely a dangerous weekend as far as that goes. So you really had to pay attention. Other than that, it was good riding. I mean, overall, it was flat. I didn't go on the railroad bed at that time, so I can't really say, but you could hear a lot of traffic. Friday night, we got a little bit of snow. Saturday, I ended up spending most of Saturday. We were doing maintenance, changing out slides and getting one of the 2-ups ready for the blind ride. So we were doing that, getting everything. So the blind ride is the first weekend of February. And I will put more information about that, the times, if you're interested. It is a voluntary basis. It's Inland Lake Snowmobile Club. If you want to go out there and just see what it's all about, if you've got a 2-up snowmobile, if you've got extra helmets, any of that kind of stuff, if you want to go out there and see if they need some help, or if you want to contact me beforehand, I'll get you in contact with somebody who can let you know what's going on. And that just brings me to, join a club. Get out there, join a club. All these clubs do different things. Volunteer is very important. So get out there and do all that stuff. I can't stress it enough. I went to the Petoskey Snowmobile Club on Sunday, went and had breakfast there. If you saw my live feed, went there and had breakfast. They were supporting Mission 6, and I hope to. I met the guy who runs Mission 6, Mr. Monroe, and I plan to get up with him again and do a have him on the live show and discuss some of this good things that they're doing, and you know, how people can get involved, where they can send money, where they can help them, and everything, and so on and so forth. So I'm looking forward to that. We were going to try and do a sit down right then and there at the breakfast, but they were extremely busy last Sunday, so it was very loud in there, and I didn't really want to take the risk of trying to do a live thing, or diminish anything he's got going on by having a bad broadcast. Hindsight 2020, I should have just done it, because I really want to get the word out for them, and I want to help them. I've been out there a couple times when they're doing their events, and I want to see them succeed. So um, if you want to know how to help them out, you know, get in contact with me. I will get you in contact with the right people. Again, uh, you've got the blind ride coming up at the beginning of February. If you're interested, send me something in the chat. I'll help you get involved with that. It's a great thing. People come from all over the place, and they uh, these people get to experience something. You know, they ride on the back of the snowmobiles. They get a chance to uh, get out there and experience something that, you know, doesn't happen very often. And I believe they spend one day over at the one of the ski resorts doing some different things and activities, and then they spend that the Saturday, I believe it's a Saturday, first Saturday of February, they spend that with the Snowmobile Club, and they take them around the Indian River Trail. And you know, while they're doing that, they have to, you know, tell the people like, hey, this is what you're seeing, this is what we're doing, and it's just fun. It's a good time for them. So we spent most of Saturday getting the snowmobiles ready for that. We also did some maintenance on a couple other snowmobiles, and I have some videos that I'm going to, you know, get together and show what we were doing and how we were doing it. You know, slides are always fun. I'm sure everybody's got little tools and tricks to do it. I bought something that's over at Spanky's over in Lansing, and it's called I believe it's called the slide hammer. It fits on the end of the slide and actually has a big metal piece that you slam in there, and it helps take the slides or put the slides on. It's supposed to have a part where you can put screws into it and actually help pull the slides off, but we've never done that. We've never usually, unfortunately, the last couple of times we've taken slides off, the end of them are so bad that we just don't even have a chance to get a hold of anything. So we end up having to do a lot of it by hand. I was trying something with a chisel this time and a screwdriver. So if anybody has anything like that, anybody knows some tricks that maybe we didn't know, please throw it in the chat. Someone else, you might help someone else. You might help me out the next time I go to do it. So again, I can't stress enough, join a club. There's some information that's going to come out. I'm going to do a Sunday show, and I'll have more information, because I believe, if I'm not mistaken, we have, well, let me look at my little calendar here. Hopefully this doesn't. Send me some information. And I think it cut out when I switched it. Sorry about that. Uh, but again, if you're interested in the blind ride, please get in contact with me. Send me your information. I'll pass it on to whoever, and they'll get in touch with you. If you have a 2-up snowmobile or you have extra helmets and stuff like that, let me know. How is it now? Is it working better now? I think it when I picked up my phone, because the microphone, it's using that microphone. When I picked up the phone, I think I might have messed it up. So is it fixed, or is it still doing it? Let me turn this on here. Yeah. Okay. So it sounds pretty good over here. Sorry about that. I picked up my phone, and again, I'm trying something different. So uh, this is something I learned just today. I could have used my phone as a microphone. When I was in Michigan, I didn't do any live streams outside of just walking outside and using my phone. I didn't use my computer and do this whole live stream here. I should have done that, but I didn't. Let's look at, all right. Well, real quick, let me switch over here to, where are we here? Where are we? Oh, I got to hit it over here. Share this tab instead. All right. So, hey, look at the Trail 7 cam. And I've got some news coming. I have something coming real soon. Hopefully any minute now. I'll have my own cam somewhere and going to do some different things there. So you'll be able to look at that. I don't want to take anything away from the sled view cam. I am not going to be on a trail. Mine is strictly going to be, it's going to be more nature oriented, but it's going to have, everything there. You're going to be able to check the temperature. You're going to be able to look at the snow conditions, and you're also going to be able to watch, animals, eat, do some stuff like that. And we'll see what we see, I know it's, there's other cams out there, but we're gonna do one of our own and have a little fun with that. So I'm kind of excited. Hopefully we'll have that up running. I'm hoping any day now, but right now we got the equipment together. We got to see if there's anything we're missing. So we'll see how that goes. Let's see here. Let's go back to. All right, so let's go back here and look at what's going on. So the Bluffs. This place went out there the other day, checked it out. It's off of Trail 99. You're riding around Trail 99, and you just it's the Bluffs on Black Lake. So pretty good restaurant, really good atmosphere. You can sit there and look over Black Lake and just check everything out. I thought it was pretty good. Today they were open 12 to 8. They had specials, 25% off from the South menu, $5 margaritas, $2 canned beer, limited brands. Again, I forgot all about that place. It had been a while. We were riding around and we just, we showed up and thought, man, we'll check this out. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was a good time, and I plan on doing it again. We had the chili. It was on special. I thought it was pretty good. Friends of mine had the chili and the grilled cheese. They said that was pretty good too. And the best part was I like cherry Pepsi. They don't have Pepsi there, but they made me a cherry Diet Coke, and they put real cherries in it. So I thought it was pretty good. I liked it. Let's see here. So I always like showing this kind of stuff here. I know this is from the 19th, but Jordan Valley, they had Mike, Rich, and Pete out there working on a issue with their track on the piston bully. So I always like showing this because it's pretty interesting to see. Let me do this. Let me make this a little bit bigger for you guys. We'll see how things go. So just to give you guys an idea, tonight I am streaming to TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. First time I've ever done that. I don't even know if the TikTok is actually up, but the YouTube and the Facebook is actually working right now. Haven't done that. This is new. I'm excited about it. It seems to be working. But again, they were out there working on this. I like showing this kind of stuff because it gives you an idea. These guys are all volunteers. My dad went out and he was doing some stuff the other day, went grooming. I have plenty of video that you'll see of that. And he was out there grooming for in Indian River. And these guys are all volunteers. So he was out there, we were riding in there. We stuffed ourselves in that cab of the groomer. And it's the seat that I had to sit on. I will be honest with you. I could not have done it the entire time. I met him up when he was halfway through it, and we went up north and went through Toppinabee. I would have never made it for the whole time. The boots I was wearing kept putting my foot to sleep, and I told him several times, I said, man, if I had to get out right now, I'm pretty sure if I put my foot down to step out of the groomer, I would just be on the ground. There would be no stepping down. So if there was any emergency of me having to do this, it would have not been good. But as you can see, they're out here doing this. They're putting the track on. Again, these guys are all volunteers. They're doing this kind of stuff. If you have the means or the capability of doing so, please go out and help your local snowmobile clubs, grooming clubs, help them out. They can, whether you drive the groomer or not, whether you decide to go that route, um, they can always use people to do just about anything. There's always something that can be done. If you know how to do minor maintenance on maybe the groomer itself the or the tractor, by all means, I'm sure they would appreciate it. If you are available in the spring or summertime, now I know the UP, they pretty much do brushing whenever. They just do it. I saw them, they're doing it constantly throughout the. I don't know how Petoskey does their brushing. I don't know if they do it just whenever they see it or if it's whatever, if they constantly do it throughout the wintertime or if they have a set time. Inland Lakes and Indian River Snowmobile Club, or I'm sorry, Indian River Grooming Club and Inland Lake Snowmobile Club, they do theirs in the fall. Generally, they get together, a big group of them. They go out, they take their side by sides out, their chainsaws, and they'll spend a couple days doing that. And they usually pick a section of the trail and they go through and and DNR requires them to do a 12 by 12 section. So 12 across, 12 up, and of course, anything that might be 12, it has to be 12 foot off the ground. So that, I guess, is what they've decided what the groomer can make it through. So that's what they're required to do. As you can see, Jordan Valley went out. So I'm actually going to show a different part of that. I want to show the groomer app, but let's get through the rest of this news here. Let's see. Oh, if you're up in the, I like this place. I don't get there as much, but the Chick's hot dog stand up on 8 and 40 or 452 in Paradise, they're going to be open tomorrow, noon to 4ish. So if you can get up there and check them out, you can get a good hot dog right on the trail. So it's kind of, and I believe she has drinks and everything. So that's always a good time. It's fun. It's kind of unique because it's just in the middle of the trail. So, definitely check them out and help support them. Let's go down here. I just saw this picture and I just thought it was interesting. I believe this is Canada. This site's out of Canada, and I could be wrong because there's a couple different ones and their names are very, very close together. But those trails look awesome right there. And hopefully I'll get to it. I'll show you some video. Let's see what we got here. Harbor Springs was out. They had their groomers out last night on the east side of the trail system in the woods and on the grade from Pelston to Alanson. We have a groomer out right now on the grade and another one headed out on the east side of the trail system in the woods. We are sitting at 0 degrees in Harbor Springs, and the winds have finally died down. Watch for drifts in the trails and dress warm if you're out riding. Overall, the trails are in great shape. So they're telling you all of that. That's on the Pelston Harbor Springs side. I can tell you this. We went out Monday, and we went and did Trail 99 up in, if you saw some of my videos, and I've got a whole bunch more videos that are going to be out that I'm going to put together and do some different things with. But we were out there on Trail 99, and I stopped to adjust my camera and took my gloves off for a second. By the time I put them back on, my hands were so cold. I was really worried that I might have to actually turn around or go find some place to sit for a second, because it took a long time for them to actually to get right. I mean, my left hand was stinging. It was so cold. I couldn't believe it. I've been out there several times. I think that's the first time that's ever happened, and it was kind of concerning. So, if you're out there, please dress warm, do what you got to do. But in the wind, we were riding that Trail 99, and we'd get to an open area, and that wind would come whipping across there, and it definitely, I either didn't wear enough or it was just that bitter cold. But But overall, it was a great time. Trail 99 was in great shape. A lot of it, I posted a few times, and there was a lot of people out there that were saying that they were out there saying that the uh, they were asking about how the trails were, and I think the worst part of the trail was the railroad bed. But once we got off of there and went down Trail 99, it was great. Back in the woods was awesome. We went to the scramble area, went all the way around, did their big loop, and overall, I'd say that was really good trails, and a lot of it seemed like we were some of the first sleds on it since the groomer had gone through, and we weren't there that early. So, uh, if you want to have some fun, go up there, go do the Black Mountain Trail 99 in Sheboygan, and that's a good time. Big wide trails, so uh, that's always nice because you don't have to worry so much about people being on the opposite side of you so close. But it was a good time. Let's see. I don't want to. There's a couple other things I want to go over, but I want to make sure I hit all the. Here's Petoskey. So this was a cool video. Let me see if I can center it up here because for some reason that is not centered at all. What in the world? Hold on. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know why that's it's a little weird. Let me change this up here. Let's do this. There we go. Hopefully that's not too small there. Yeah, I don't know why that's so off right there, but let's stick with that. And oh, that didn't do anything. That made it worse. And then it made it worse. So we're gonna watch a basketball game now. Yeah, not sorry about that. I was trying to change it up and it just totally messed up there. Yeah, so let's see. I think this is the one right here. I don't know about you guys. I watch these videos of the UP they're pushing the snow like they are, and it's just crazy how much snow they have up there. Not sure why this is so goofy, but I mean that looks great. It'd probably look better if I would quit messing up the whole thing here, but that's just amazing how much snow they have up there. I'm hoping my next trip we can at least do a day up in the UP. Don't forget the I-500 is coming. It's 11 days away. 11 days away. The I-500 is going to happen. So, and that was on the 20th. So I guess since it's the 23rd, we're what not 8 days away. Sorry, 8 days away. So just keep that in mind. The I-500 is going, and the conditions up there look amazing. So, get up there and check that out while you can. It should be a good time. Let's see what else we got here. There was also Petoskey posted a picture, and they were out there doing a check off before they went and did their stuff. I wish Inland Lake Snowmobile Club had one of these piston bullies. I think it would be. I've never been in one. I think it'd be fun to check it out. And I'm kind of selfish because I could probably mount cameras in a couple different places and really get some really good footage. But I've never been on one of those. So hopefully, hopefully someday I'll get to check that out. Did my stream lock up? Let's see. Let's go back here. Hey, that's a big face. And let's get out of here. And let's go to sorry guys, this happens every once in a while. I'm not really sure why it locked up, but it did. And I think I'm back into it. But so if you missed it, I was talking about what's these piston bullies. And I got a picture coming up here, but I really like them. I think they're unique looking. I somebody could probably tell me in the chat if they go faster than, I mean, the Inland Lakes or Indian River Snowmobile Club they use tractors. They have one that's modified. I think one of them has wheels all the way around, and one of them has tracks. I know one of them has tracks because that's the one I rode on. I did not look and see if the new one that they got has tracks, but I know one of them has just strictly wheels. And I mean, they do a pretty good job. It just seems like I see these guys driving the piston bullies, and they seem like they're going a lot faster. So I don't know. Maybe somebody can answer that. Maybe I can get a hold of Kyle Groomer, Groomer Kyle. Met him at the Petoskey Snowmobile Club breakfast. Had a really good chat with him, and he does a lot of videos on here. So if you go on Petoskey's, if you go on there and Petoskey's page, every once in a while he'll post, and he does a little video, so you'll get to hear him talk about the conditions out there. Other than that, I don't think I want to see the heavyweight knockout. Also, don't forget, this is an old post. Not really sure why this is showing. Let's see here. That's what happened. I got on the wrong one, guys. Nobody told me. Actually, it goes all down there. It goes, let's see. But I thought I had something from Jordan Valley, but I don't see it. Oh, this was a cool picture or a cool video here. I guess they were going somewhere. Both groomers were heading down one trail, following each other. It was Groomer Shane followed by Groomer Jack, and they were cruising down there. And those trails look amazing. So go check that. If you guys aren't out this weekend, I don't know what to tell you, because the trails can't. I mean, they could probably get better. I don't know, but right now, based on what I'm seeing right there, those guys are laying that down. That looks amazing. Let's see. And the temperatures are not going to go up. Knock on wood. Let's hope that doesn't happen. But the temperatures, matter of fact, I want to pull up AccuWeather while we're looking at everything. And the temperatures don't seem to be headed, they're going to stay in the low 20s, negatives at some nights. So, definitely as far as snow conditions, I know it's tough. People, they're like, oh man, that's really cold. But as far as snow conditions go, that's probably going to definitely keep things on the better side of it for snowmobilers. So that's, I'm excited about. I think that's going to be great. Let's see here. Right, they have an extreme cold warning right now. I don't know how small that is on your screen. I keep looking at this because I keep looking to see. It's finally showing about the time I should be heading back up there. And let's see here. I'm a little concerned. I mean, there's 3 days right now, so the weather is this thing. Oh no, that's the wrong one. I'm looking at the wrong one, guys. Whew, thank God. So 12, 15, I mean 11, and at night there's some negative numbers, so that's going to be interesting. I was hoping it would show me more, but it only showed me the month. Huh. On my let's see if this does it. On my phone, I can do like a 30 or 40 day, and it shows way out there. So this goes to February 21st. I don't want to give away when I'm going, but I do fit inside that time window. And the 19th was the one day that I saw, but it's only 34, and I think the nighttime temperature or the low is negative, or no, it's 14. So that looks good. I don't know what else to tell you, but the conditions look amazing. Even this little bit of rain, a wintry mix that they're saying, some sleet and freezing rain, that stuff is only going to make it better. As far as it's gonna really pack down, and they keep getting snow on top of snow and keep packing it down. That's going to be really good riding. So I wouldn't be too concerned with any of that stuff. I think it's going to turn out to be really good. Let's see. I want to go back here. Let's see if I can find something here. Let's look at sled view, man. That snow is coming down. Oh, good stuff. If you guys don't know about this, go out there and subscribe to the sled view trail number 7 live cam. 49 people are watching it right now. I know I have taken it, just put it on my phone and just sat there for, a while and just let it run. I think I've said this story before. I was doing something. I think I was at work or doing something, and I kept hearing a noise go by, sound like a snowmobile. And I kept thinking, what the heck is that noise? What is that? Turned out, I still had it on. It was still in my pocket. And I'm just sitting there walking around, listening and hearing snowmobiles go, wrong, wrong, wrong. So I know I sound like a real snowmobile, don't I? But that's that was interesting. Let's see here. I want to talk about, I don't really care what's going on here. It doesn't bother me if somebody says something in a group chat. What are you doing? It's acting crazy here. Let's see. Well, I guess I just got to go back here and then. So what I was getting at is somebody made a comment because I posted something about going across a sketchy bridge, and someone said, "Oh, that wasn't sketchy." Well, if you've gone over the Sheboygan Bridge, and I'm trying to pull it up here, the actual video, but if you pull up the Sheboygan Bridge and you go across this thing, you will know that this actually wasn't that bad. This was pretty good, but if you're riding on here, over to this side, if you can see I don't know if you can see over to the right, you can see that bare concrete there. That is the sidewalk. They actually snow blow that so people can walk through there. And as we get up here, you'll see a sign that says no snowmobiles. I don't know if it'll even zoom in on that, but no snowmobiles on that right side there. On the left side, which this traffic is very tame right now, but I've been here where the traffic is terrible. And you get down to this light and you're sitting there at the light waiting and waiting and waiting. So that was the whole point of this. This is actually great. This is this actually was really nice part of the, it wasn't bad getting across this bridge. Again, that's the best I've ever seen it. I've been there where you're riding along and they've used the snowblower on the right side and basically made it so it's actually tough for you to get through, kind of get through there, because and you're up there, you're up in the air and you're sitting there feeling like you're at any second, if the snow gives, you're just going to fall over. So but again, this wasn't that bad. I just had fun making the video and put the little sketchy part in there, but it wasn't, really wasn't that bad. And as a matter of fact, when I got here, which the video cuts off when I get to the stoplight. First time this has ever happened, somebody waved me across, and instead of having me sit there and wait and wait and wait. So it was actually, not bad at all. And that was where you had to start the Trail 99. I did this on the way back home, but when we were riding the other way, that right on the side of that bridge, pretty much where I'm sitting here right now, that's where I took my glove off to put the camera on and just started the pain. This was Trail 99 here. This is, really good stuff here. I got a 360 camera. I've got I can manipulate the stand that it's on, so it's pretty nice. And I have a couple tricks with the 360 camera. We went to the chateau. we went over to the chateau. That was at the breakfast there. Let me see here. I don't know, whoever, the guys that were, if you're on here and you weren't with me, I started wearing this jacket. It was kind of fun. Went in somewhere and they said, "Oh, you're wearing the retro skidoo jacket." And I like telling people, "Yeah, yeah, my dad bought this jacket years ago and he got a free snowmobile with it. Now you can't even get a free helmet, but that's what I got with that." And he handed it down to me, and I actually gave him a chance. I said, "Hey," because those of you that know, this is the Trail 8. Oh, I went too fast. Sorry. That was the Trail 8 hot dog stand. So if you ever go up there and get a chance to check it out, that was the Trail 8 hot dog stand. I thought I had a longer video. I wanted to kind of discuss especially Trail 99. Not that I don't want you to run around Indian River, but I was just, we went up there and that was a good time. Here I'm kind of being dumb. I was in the scramble area. Let's see, I'm turning around and I thought it was a good idea to go down in the scramble area. It actually wasn't that bad, but it started off pretty good. And then when I was coming back up, it got a little sketchy because even with studs on my track, I got to a point and I got stuck twice with the ice, and it was steep enough. The good thing is it's steep enough that I could just kind of ease my way back down. But if you haven't been over there, this is the scramble area over in Sheboygan. Used to be a ski resort long, long time ago. I've got a flyer. Actually, my mom found a flyer for it, so that's kind of neat. I don't know what's going on here to the right. Got some goofy stuff here, but so this is the scramble area. You go down in here. A lot of people, you don't have to go down these big hills to get there. There's actually a couple areas where you can just ride right in there, and it's like riding on a road. There's actually a road at the bottom there. Most of those little trails down there have names as roads, but so I went up here and I went to the left and I started going up here. So if you go there, you can learn from my mistake. Don't do this. I went off to the left. I got right about, oh, I missed it. I didn't even see it there, but I don't know if my cursor actually shows up on there, and maybe I'll figure that out later how to do that. But hold on, when I back up here, you can see there's a tree root right here, and then when you pop up on that tree root, there's ice on top of there. So I backed up a little bit, and I thought, okay, I'll get going, and I jumped up on top of that root, and I just spun the track, so nothing happened, and I started sliding back again. And then this takes a second here, but let me just fast forward a little bit. But I start going backwards. I ease my way back here a little bit, and I was getting a little nervous because I was hoping I would just kind of coast backwards, but I was more worried that I would not see a tree or something and coast right into the tree, or I would start sliding sideways or something. So I was getting a little nervous right here. I backed up into this little area, and that kind of got a little sketchy because it was deep on one side, and I started to lean, and I thought, okay, yeah, I'm not, this is not a good idea, and I really don't want to roll my snowmobile. So I went back down, so I get back down to the bottom here, and I turn around, and I think to myself, okay, I'm going to go back up, but I'm going to take this other trail that looked a little bit better. But as you can see, I go right up here. Let's see. Go to the left again, taking the same trail. Okay. So I'm taking a right. I went around the right, and I almost went on the same trail again. I don't know what I was thinking. Luckily, I caught it and was able to get up here. And then this time, I kind of just hit the throttle a little bit harder. Get up here. This is easy. This was kind of a little area I was sitting, and then I come up to the top here, and hey, there's Peggy. So luckily, I made it. I was getting a little nervous, thinking, man, maybe I live here now. Um, but again, it was really good trails. The you know, these are nice wide trails. The trails were really good. They were. I talked to somebody that when we went to the bluff at uh, at Black Mountain, I ran into. I need to find his card. I don't have it on me, but I ran into a guy. He said he runs the chateau, and he also grooms out there in Chesapeake. So I mean Chesapeake. What am I saying? In Sheboygan. So he grooms out there in Sheboygan, and he was telling me that they okay. So on the groomer app, let me go ahead and let me show you that real quick. So hold on one second. Let me get switched around here. Where'd you go? And I'm going to change my screen to here. All right. So on the groomer app, if you guys have never done this, go to the groomer tracker, download the groomer tracker app. You can go in here. You can find the different clubs. You can subscribe to them. Most of them are $9.99. Your subscription lasts for a year. You can even decide if you want. You can tip them, and if you really like that trail system, you think they're doing a good job, go out and tip them. Give them a little bit more money. You can go on here on the map here. I don't know why it just shoved me clear over there, other than the fact that I'm not up there right now. That didn't work out, but you can, okay, so you can see all the different areas that are covered. The one thing that I noticed, so this area up here, this is where Trail 99 is. Let me zoom in here. So Trail 99 is up here above Mullet Lake. I guess it didn't like that, so it messed it up. Let's get it back up here. All right, screen shows it's blue, so I'm checking to see if what you guys see. All right, so it's actually showing you guys on my screen. It's blue. I don't even see that on there. So my screen that shows me what's going on and how it's working is messed up. But apparently you guys can see it. So I'm going to go ahead and keep talking about it. But this area up here is the trail we were on. It's Trail 99. It kind of goes over to let's see if I can scroll in enough to see Black Lake. I don't know if it will. I don't see it, but because it's not labeled, and I'm not. It doesn't even show the trail up here for some reason. I need to do the trail link, and so I can do that. But either way, up here, this is the area where Trail 99 is, and you go up here. If you go far enough over, you can ride all the way over to Millersburg if you want to do that. But that is a long ride. Once you get to Millersburg, oh, there's Black Lake. There it is. So we were at the Black Lake Bluffs. So it comes up that side there. And I believe in this area here is where we were sitting, looking over, and they had Christmas trees going across the lake. But we rode that, and then I don't know why it's not showing. It's supposed to show all the trails, I thought, regardless of whether they're part of it, but it doesn't seem to do that. And so we rode this whole area here, rode back around, and it was a lot of fun. Great trails. And so I talked to the guy that runs the chateau. He said you can go to the chateau's Facebook page, and I'll have to confirm that and I'll put the link in the description of this video. But he stated that he kind of posts videos here and there, and he wants me to send the information. So the information for the groomer app, because he wants to see if he can get his two groomers on the groomer app, which would be awesome because I can never find anything. They have a Facebook page for the Sheboygan Trailblazers that hasn't been updated in like 4 years or something. So this would be a win if we could get that information. You would know before you ride up there whether or not the trails are good and everything else. So uh, hopefully, I don't think it's going to happen this year, but hopefully I can get him the information and he can get working on that and maybe get that straight. And it was great. One thing I did notice with the Groomer Tracker app, and you can see it right now because I don't know why this is. I guess it's all purple because I'm in the wrong. I'm in the participating thing app. So let's go back here. All right. So Indian River is showing. Actually, somebody's out there grooming right now. Great. I don't know why it just did that. Groomer Tracker app quit unexpectedly. So let's get back in here and let's go back to the map here. And yep, you won't see a lot of snowmobiling where I'm at right now. So let's get back up to Michigan. And wasn't expecting that. So bear with me. Quite a few people, I keep trying to check it out. Quite a few people have been jumping in and out of here. And somebody's even watching on Facebook, which is pretty cool. I'd like to know if it's working. It doesn't, for some reason, I don't even know if there's a chat associated with Facebook. But what I was getting at here, let's see if it shows. All right, it does not want to do this. All right, it just shut down again. Let me get this back up here. So I keep trying to click on the groomer itself to show where they're at and what they're doing, and it keeps having a hang up. So something's not working right. And this is the desktop version, which doesn't really, you don't really care if that works. I mean, to be honest with you, you're not going to be carrying your computer out there on the trail. But as you can see right now, the Indian River groomer, both of them are out right now. So just to give you a heads up, if you were on here and you wanted to, you could click on one of these two areas here where you see this bigger green bubble. You could click on that and it would tell you where they're at, how long ago that updated. I was actually using it while I was on the groomer. And I would say if the groomer shows here, if you can see my little, if you can see that, we were probably more here. So we were, there was a definite time lapse from where the groomer was versus where it was showing. But and I was even trying to update it and refresh it multiple times just to see, like, if I refreshed it, if it would show me exactly where I'm at. And it was still I'd say anywhere from a half a mile to a mile difference, maybe, based on the map and where I thought I was versus what it was showing me. So, gives you an idea if you see that and, you want to know where the groomer's at, if you're going to run into the groomer, just know that there is definitely a delay there. And maybe that's just Indian River. Maybe that area is not as reliable, but it definitely had a delay. So as you can see right now, the Indian River, they're out there grooming. It looks like they're in the woods and the railroad bed. And let's scroll down here. Petoskey looks like Petoskey's out right now doing the lower area, and Jordan Valley is out as well. So hey, it's great. It's Friday night. They're out there grooming, so that means get out there Saturday and have a good time. And it'll be great if they all get out there again Saturday and get over there to the Petoskey breakfast, 8 to 12, $15 a person. Good time. I don't know what they're supporting this week, but usually they support some different things. And they support some different causes. I know one weekend they did the swim team. Last weekend they did Mission 6. Mission 6, who helps train service dogs for people that need service dogs. I believe and I'm going to have him on here soon. Either I'm going to do a live one when I get back up there, or I'm going to see if we can work out something where he can get on here and we can actually talk to each other over the internet and do some stuff. My only issue with that is I'm hoping that it's not so much of a lag, because I don't know where he's at and how reliable his internet is, but I want to make sure that we're good. Let me check something out here. Something's flashing up here, so I don't know if it's trying to tell me. Nope. I was just trying to see if because it's saying one person's on Facebook, and I don't know who's on Facebook. I don't know, but I don't see any chat from Facebook. Oh, okay. So yes, so somebody is on there, and I clicked the button here, and it just opened up the chat, and I can see them all in here. I can see a bunch of people in here, and so they're telling me it's -17. Oh, let's see here. So I can actually put. Oh, look at that. So Peggy Bradshaw on Facebook said it's -17, and she did that at one point, said -10, and then turned around and said something else. So everybody doing the Facebook, I could not see any of that stuff, and I apologize. I did not. And now it says there's nobody on there but 5 people watching. So I don't know. This thing I think messes up. But I'm still learning. I'm still trying to figure this out. A good time. Hopefully we'll get on here. And I wish I should have, but it's Mr. Monroe. He does Mission 6. He does the service dogs, and I want to have him on here because I really want to help see if I can help get the word out. And while I only have a few people that seem to be on here when I do the live stream, there is quite a few people that watch the stream afterwards. So, and I can also cut it up into smaller segments where it just talks just about him, and it seems like that seems to work out also as well. So it's good time. Okay, so Peggy said negative. I guess -17 was at the elbow in. Okay, so that's good to know. So if you're going to go out there, the trails are really, really nice. But again, get out there, check them out, and enjoy them. Just dress warm. And again, get out there. I can actually do this. I can show so everybody can see the comments. Oh, there you go. Look at that. Now you can see everybody sending everything there. Get out there on Sunday. Go to the breakfast. It's 8 a.m. to 12. I will say this. Get there early. They were extremely busy last weekend, and I know they had to send somebody out there to go get more food, and it was good food. I mean, really good stuff. I enjoyed it. The eggs were really good. They had like a little burrito that you could make, and I didn't make the burrito, but the egg had some different stuff in it. I think it was I believe it was, they had some onion, and I believe there was a little bit of tomato in there, but either way, it didn't matter. There was vegetables in it, and I like that. So it was more of a spicy Mexican type thing that they had put in there, and they had regular eggs too. So don't get discouraged and think that that's what they're going to have. They had both, but it was really good. I like the biscuits and gravy. I wanted to get back and don't take this the wrong way, Groomer Kyle. You started talking to me. I wanted to go get a pancake, and we started talking, and I could not get away. And by the time I decided to go get that pancake and try and stop us, get away from our conversation. Not get away from you, but just when our conversation started to slow down, I wanted to run over there and get a pancake. By then, I was full, and I said, "Nah, I'm good. I'm not gonna worry about it." But I hope to see Groomer Kyle again the next time I go up there and talk about some stuff again, and hopefully catch some more of his videos. Overall, again, get and I think I've said again like 8 times right now. Go to the Petoskey breakfast, have a good time. It was fun. Go up there to Black Lake and check out the bluff. Go down the railroad bed, go to Thirsty Sturgeon. That was some good food. I got the Thirsty Sturgeon on Thursday, just in time as my flight got me in. I was able to get over there and get some wings for wing night. Christopher's, went to Christopher's one night, had some fish. That was a good time. What else? Was there any place else I went to? I don't think so. And you know, all of it was good. If there's some place that we should go check out, put it in the chat. I'll be sure to mention it. I'll try to get out there and mention as many places as possible, because when I get back up there, I definitely want to make the rounds and check some stuff out. And I'll say this, I thought it was pretty awesome to go to the Petoskey. Now, granted, I did do a video right before I went in, so people knew I was there. But it was pretty awesome to have somebody walk up to me and say, "Hey, I saw your stuff, your videos. I like it." And that was pretty awesome. I just thought it was great that someone, at least had been checking things out. As the YouTube channel is doing really good. I'm getting a lot of feedback on the YouTube channel. I like it. My Facebook, if people can get the word out, if you've got some friends out there, please try and mention my Facebook. I don't want to sound like I'm begging, but if you can follow me, I really just want to see what happens when I get over 500 people. I got to have 500 people for 30 days, or over 500 people for 30 days following me. And then apparently some type of monetization kicks in. I don't know what that's going to do. It could be 5 cents. I don't care. It's more than I'm getting right now. And I just want to see what'll happen. And I also want to see if people are liking what's going on, or do I need to change the format some? Either way, the feedback is appreciated. I love it. I'm having a good time. I kind of was lazy last weekend, but I was also up there trying to snowmobile and get as much as I can in. And I had fun. When I go back up there in a couple weeks, going to be doing a lot more. I have some different mounts coming in. People have asked me about what I'm using. I'm using a GoPro 360. I don't have the latest, greatest GoPro 360, but I have one that's pretty good. I think it's I'm having fun making these videos. I've learned some different tips and tricks on it. Mazana, I'm probably butchering it. Mazanas in Onaway. And let me put this back out here so everybody can. There we go. Let's put that out there. I'll put the live stream out there. That way I don't have to try and butcher the name. You can actually see it at the bottom. They're saying it has great fish over in Onaway. I've never been there. I don't think I have. Might have to go check that out. Oh, shoot. Where was I? The GoPro cameras. I have about 4 or 5 cameras now. I used 2 of them. I used a Hero 4K, and I used my GoPro 360. I also wanted to use my 11, but unfortunately I could not get out. I was having trouble downloading this stuff, but I learned some different tips and tricks with the GoPro 360. I'm going to go back and take some of the videos that I thought I edited correctly that don't, honestly, I feel like they don't look very good. I'm going to do some different things with them. I think I can, even the ones I was on the excavator, I think I can do some stuff to kind of clean those up and make them look better. And, just overall add some more content here to the different channels. And I'm actually going to do something here in a few minutes and make like 3 short videos, and I'm going to post them to Facebook and YouTube. So be sure to check those out. Again, if you've got friends out there, please ask them to follow me, check out the stuff. If anybody's interested in snowmobiling, just check out this stuff. You get to see the different trails, and maybe it's enough for you to Indian River Power Sports in Indian River, Michigan. They rent snowmobiles. I've had people reach out to me and ask me about other places in like New York. I think New York, maybe Pennsylvania. I think somebody sent me a message. And if I can find some place, or if I can get you in the right direction, I'm going to help you. So we'll do that. I even had a guy from I was talking to from Brazil who wants to try snowmobiling, but he doesn't have the means to get up here. He was on the Trail 7 cam in the chat, and there was like 3 of us. We started going back and forth, and I thought it was pretty cool. So it obviously it can be anywhere. With the internet being worldwide, anybody can see this stuff, and if they enjoy it, I'm going to try and give them as much material as possible. Bought a different mount, so the next time I go up there, I've got a different mount for the back of my snowmobile. I think that's going to really give me some good video. I don't want to give too much away because I can't wait to use it. I might start using it here when it comes in. Might use it a couple times on the tractors just to see how it goes. Maybe put it on my 4-wheeler here. So again, I'm looking forward to that one. I think that's going to be awesome. Probably going to be. I'll probably look a little goofy going down the trail, but I don't care. The video is just is pretty good so far, and I want to use it on the groomer one time just to see how that goes. I think it'll be interesting. But thanks for being with me tonight. Hopefully you come back Sunday night, check things out. If you like what you see, please follow me on Facebook, follow me on Instagram, the Unplanned Adventure 98. Follow me on TikTok, the Unplanned Adventure, Rumble, the Unplanned Adventure. If you can find it, for some reason, Rumble doesn't want to allow you to find content that easy. They make it harder than it needs to be. I believe I'm even streaming on Rumble right now, but not 100% sure because I don't get any feedback from Rumble. I don't even know what's going on over there. It's a weird it's a weird concept of how they do things. Yeah, I'm not even going to go into that. I'm not going to worry about it. I'll post stuff over there. If it works, it works. And actually, I'm not streaming on there. I'm only streaming on TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube right now. I do want to look at something before I get off of here. Let me look at TikTok. I just want to see what that looks like. I didn't even think I could stream to TikTok. I thought I had to do something else before I was able to do that. And shoot, hold on one second. I'm not even sure. What is my TikTok? Well, let's see if it's this one. Continue. I think it's logging in. Not 100% sure. Oh, I'm logged in. All right. Less noise. That's too loud. All right. There we go. So get that off of there. I'm just trying to see if I'm even live on there. If somebody knows if I was live on TikTok and can save me the agony of searching. Because I don't know. It just gave me the option to go live on TikTok, and I said, "Oh yeah, why not? Let's try it." I see a whole bunch of live creators over here, and I don't know how you would even search to see if I'm on here, because it doesn't give me that option. Weird. I don't even see where you can search. So if somebody knows TikTok better than obviously what I know, let me know if you saw it on here or if you see anything on there. I don't know. It's not very user friendly as far as searching that stuff. So, and let me see here without messing too much up here. Let me see what it says here. It it says I'm streaming on there right now. So somewhere somehow I'm on there, but when I look at the chat thing up here, it doesn't show that chat available. And when I look at the other stuff, it doesn't. None of that shows up. So awesome. If I'm on there, great. Uh, maybe it'll help somehow. I don't know. So other than that, like I said, you can find me on TikTok, The Unplanned Adventure, Instagram, The Unplanned Adventure 98, The Unplanned Adventure Facebook, The Unplanned Adventure YouTube, The Unplanned Adventure on Rumble, and The Unplanned Adventure on TikTok, which I mean, I'm sorry, on X. Don't really use that much, but if you send me something, it will tell me, and I'll check it out. If you're asking me a question, especially about where you can rent snowmobiles or where you can go ride, any of that stuff. Gonna try to do a couple things. So if you want to join a club, please join a club up in if you want to join Petoskey or Inland Lake Snowmobile Club, Inland Lake Snowmobile Club. Going to try and do some riding up there. I want to get to the UP, get to Clark Motel and a couple places up there just to meet some people, just to meet Clark Motel. I've talked to him, we've talked through our stream and stuff, but I've never seen him face to face. And I wanted to get up there last week, but the weekend was just slipped away from me. Did make it to Burt Lake Marina. Got in there, bought myself a hat and a shirt. So it's a good time. And I went over and spent some money at, buying some slides to get things taken care of. Other than that, again, thanks for coming out. Thanks for all your support. And I really appreciate it. You guys have a nice night. Get out there and ride as much as you can. Send me some video. Make me jealous. Have a good night.